everybody, it's Pam with Silver and Sparkles, and I'm back. I'm playing with my new washi tape. So I wanted to show you some of the things that I've made, and we'll make a few fun pieces of ephemera together. But as a reminder, this is the washi tape that I got from IB. It's IEEBEE. And I got 3 sets. This is the Van Gogh's World, and then there's gold Elegance here. They're just beautiful, right? And then there was the silver flower dreams. So I used each of these in a small project. I've got some ideas from a larger journal that I'm going to be working on in the weeks to come. But this is just to kind of get us started with the ideas of how you can use any washi tape you have and hopefully have some fun. If you are interested though in checking out any of the washi tape on their website, you can do so. There's an affiliate link in the description of the video, and please use that link. It helps me a lot. And there's also a coupon code. So if you put in coupon code Silver Sparkles, you will get 30% off of your order. So yay. Okay, I hope you'll go take a look. So let's play. I did some pretty simple projects. This is probably the easiest. Why don't we start with the little paper clips that I did, and I'll show you. So the paper clip, I think this will look cute on this one, can go on a journal page. You can go at the top of a note. You can put it on a tag like this. And I just put little flags. It's so simple, but really makes, a pop on your project. I used large paper clips. I was going to pull out some of my small ones. Whoops, that's not the small ones. Maybe we'll do a large one and a small one. I think the small ones will work okay. We'll just have to be, careful. we don't have as much, real estate to work with. But let's stay with this gold Elegance that I had picked, and we'll pick one of the ones. About this one with this fun pink and blue and gold swirls. Since we're using the tiny paper clip, we will use some tiny or thinner washi tape. This is just the clear piece of tape they have on the end of the tape to help you peel it up, I guess. Not all of them have this, but these with the gold foil tend to. There's probably a reason. I'm just not sure what it is, so that's okay. So on this one, we're just going to fold the washi tape over on itself on the paper clip. So I do want to make sure I have enough. And I tend to just feed it right on through, just like that. And then I like it to be sort of towards the top of my paper clip. And like I said, we're just gonna fold it over. It does not have, the ends don't have to be perfect. What you want to pay attention to, of course, is that it's lines up top to bottom this way. The ends you can just trim off like I did if you aren't even. Now, I like to cut that little flag shape. The easiest way to do that is to fold the washi almost in half. And again, with the bigger ones, it's a touch easier, but this is doable. And you can wing it. You can just, cut a little wedge out, a little triangle out. But if you're able to fold it over and then just snip, and you always want to cut on the folded side. If you cut on the other edge, I'll show you what happens. We'll use a scrap piece of paper and I'll show you exactly what happens. So let's say this was your little, you want the flag shape. You need to cut on the side that's folded like that. If you do it this way and cut on the 2 open ends, you get a point like that. And what you want is to cut on the folded side and get this shape. That looks a little bit like an arrow. So I hope that helped you. I've cut mine wrong so many times without paying attention to what I'm doing. But look at that. Aren't these cute? I think I really like, of course, the big ones, but these little ones, I mean, look how sweet, especially on a tag that's kind of small like this. So I guess if you want, you could put the flag at this end of the paper clip. Let's do one like that and just see what happens. We'll do another little one and see. I haven't really been playing with the position of the tape. So let's do another one. I've been trying to be really careful keeping my washi tape organized. Let's go with a little bit thicker one, even though we're using the tiny tag, and we'll see what happens. So another roll I have not worked with yet. There's so many to choose from. That's one thing I do like, is they all, each of the kits coordinate with each, these all coordinate together, and there's like, I think 36 of them. So lots to play with. All right, I'm just gonna cut off, and I've been cutting off, how much have I been cutting off? It's like about almost 3 inches. You don't want to be wasteful, and at the same time you want enough to work with. All right, so this time I'm going to make the flag be at the bottom of the paper clip, or what I call the bottom of the paper clip. And in fact, I want it on, okay, not on this piece that's the open piece. I want it actually on the other side of the paper clip. I'm just thinking that's going to work better. So I just switched gears before I folded my washi tape over. All right, there we go. I think it's going to be easier if I use my craft mat. Much easier to hold it down. And again, see, I definitely did not do a good job of lining up the ends, but that's okay. All right, same thing. We're gonna just kind of hold it in half there and make our little flag shape, our banner shape, whatever. Okay, that one I really like. Let's see how it looks when I go to put it on one of my tags. Yeah, I wouldn't put it on this tag because it would cover up that one, but it looks cute on this one. And this tag has some blue in it. So, okay, so that was one of the things that I made. The other thing that I was just showing you guys too is how you can start to dress up some of your tags in a little bit different way. And these sunflowers are a work in progress. They're a kit that I'm starting to work on to design that I want to have out for spring and summer digital paper kit. So it's not ready to go, but I thought with some of these sunflower washi tapes, it would be fun to play with. So I have a few of the other sunflower tag images, and these are cute just like they are. I love them, but it's that idea of just really being able to take something pretty basic. Even if you just had a craft tag with no images, you could use the washi tape to kind of make your own pattern paper even, but with something that you want to journal on, just a tiny piece of the washi tape, or on these, a tiny piece, just to start making it look a little more finished, can really take your project to the next level. So there's nothing unique about this idea, except I just wanted to show you, I think, how it just starts to do that. I love this. All right, I don't know how this green is going to go with the colors of my tags. This one has some green in it. So this one I just put a couple of strips. This one I did along the side. And then I just made a little, covered a piece of paper and punched out a circle for the topper. I really want this sunflower right here. And I'm thinking we might, let's do, ooh, look at the pretty leaf too. Here, I've got an idea. So I'm going to just be a little crazy here, and we're going to fussy cut out just a little bit. And I've done this with some of these bigger washi tapes before, where you just want a portion of the image. And then how cute is that? And it's a little fiddly. Now, to make it easier, I could have certainly put this on a piece of white cardstock, cut it out, and then I could just glue it on to my tag. It would be a lot easier to cut. And if I was going to do more than just this one flower, I recommend that strategy. But I am committed now. Look at me go. Okay. All right. I hope you guys get my sense of humor. Okay, stick that somewhere. And I'm going to let it cover up this one sunflower right here. All right, it looks a little strange because of that flat part, but guys, I think that is so fun. And if I had picked another length from the washi tape, well, they all have a little bit of a flat side occasionally, but how cute is that? And then I also wanted to, for this one, I also made some dangles, and I was thinking I could make some dangles. I'll show you these that I made, but that coordinate with these tags, because a cute little dangle on this tag would be precious. So all I did with this one is I covered some washi on some white cardstock, and I punched out an oval. This one is just washi tape folded over on itself with that little banner kind of flag thing. And again, washi tape on white cardstock, and I just rounded the corners. And then I put them on this ball pen. And these are some of the Van Gogh images. And I think they're going to look really pretty hanging on like a flower, on a page, on a tag. Lots of different things we could do with these. This one's a touch different. Okay, so we'll just make one to go with this tag right here. And then we're going to make this awesome heart, because that's a little more involved in what I did with sewing it together. It didn't really sew it. You don't have to sew. You just thread it. How's that? Okay, so to make some fun ephemera, pick out your washi tape. I did want to show you guys this roll. Look at this giant roll. Oh! And it looks like it's from isn't the famous painting Starry Night, I think. I'm sure someone will correct me. Tell me what the famous Gogh painting name is, friends of YouTube. If you are returning to my channel and are a subscriber, welcome. Thank you. Thank you for coming back and joining me. If you're new to my channel, welcome to you too. I'm glad you found me. And I hope you'll consider subscribing and hanging out with us. We have a lot of fun. All right. This would be really fun, like kind of just make your own pattern paper, right? But I'm going to just live a little, and we are going to put a section down on this white paper and make some ephemera with it. Some of these dangles. All right. When I did the unboxing video, I did not even realize that giant washi was in there. All right, all I'm doing is using my bone folder, and I am burnishing this down. Now, I think I saved enough here on the edge to make a strip. Look at these colors. Yeah, they're going to coordinate with the sunflower, even though it's not a sunflower. My whole point was, let's make something that coordinates, and then I got excited about this roll of washi. All right, so all I did was, it was a strip of washi tape, obviously. I folded it over on itself. Not perfectly, but there we go. And now I am going to cut the end, like I've been doing on some of the other samples. And now we have a cute little flag shape. Yeah, and this coordinates nicely with the blues and some of the neutrals. All right, and I didn't waste too much of my tape. Okay, I want an oval, so I'm just going to use my oval punch. And I think I'm going to pick, I think because I know I want it to coordinate with that tag, I'm going to just pick a section from this portion. Just fold that over for right now. And then I want to do kind of a long strip. And this one, I'm going to cut from a different portion. Now, if you aren't using the big wide washi tape, you know, you're just going to lay it down. I had to, for this oval, I used this one. And I had to use 2 strips to make it wide enough. The oval was just a little too wide for that size of washi tape. All right, this is not a straight. I did not cut this straight, and I'm gonna try to get it straight simply because when I go to round the corners, it will make a big difference if they're somewhat straight. Okay, and I'm just using the little teeny tiny one. And I have found I can just trim that up some. And this may be a little bit longer than what I wanted, but we can cut it off if we don't like it. All right, just trim, trim. So, easy, easy peasy projects. But it will add some extra, I think. I am going to trim this off. I don't know why I'm repeating my words. So so while I'm doing this, all I'm doing is rounding it again. And we're going to poke holes and put a bulb pin on it. It is a beautiful day here. That's what I wanted to say. So again, I live in Virginia in the United States. And we have had some very cold weather recently. I'm looking for my bulb pins. Oh, I'll find them here in a second. Anyway, and today the sun is out. Finally, yay. I was out and about earlier, and my husband was able to sit outside with the puppy dogs for a little bit in the sunshine. It's close to 60 degrees. I wouldn't say it's 60 degrees yet, but we're getting there. I am also going to set an eyelet, and I only did it in the top, in the oval. You could put an eyelet in each of these pieces, but you really don't really notice that they don't have them, and it doesn't add quite as much bulk. So just a hint if you're thinking about adding an eyelet to your project. Let's see if I have, I kind of liked those black ones, but I don't know where they went. Maybe, would a dark green one look good? Yeah, I think that'll be fine. Okay, dark green it is. So I don't know if you guys got a little break in the weather or not. It was just such a relief the last couple of days. Yesterday was really dark and rainy, but at least it was warmer. And it's February 1st. So, okay, I set the eyelet. You know, so it's nice. It's nice to be able to be outside a little bit and not freeze. I met my son and his girlfriend for lunch, and we had a lovely, lovely lunch. Okay, these are sharp enough. I'm going to just put it through. I want the oval on top. I want the little flag next, and it will just, you know, you can just poke through. If you want to use a paper piercer and poke them first, of course, go right ahead. And I'm going to put it right through that ribbon. And now we have a cute little dangle for our tag. Yeah, I like it. So just some different ways to start embellishing. This one we can do a little more to. I definitely want a little more ink on here. And I would probably do some type of topper or maybe a quote, you know. If I put a word, let's go back and see. That strip of words is still sitting here. I don't know if it is. But here's some paper. Let me tear a little piece of paper and I'm going to write something. What am I going to write? How about sunshine? Because I'm so happy that the sun is out. Sunshine with my brown pen. And then that'll kind of cover up the fact that there's that really straight line across the top of my flower. Whoa. Okay, that didn't work. I'm going to have to do it again. Oh my goodness. And I was also thinking it would be nice if there wasn't that completely straight edge. So let's just try it. All right, sunshine. S-U-N-S-H-I-N-E. Okay. Sunflowers definitely love sunshine, right? It would probably also help if I put a little more ink on my dauber. I'm using my walnut stain distress ink. And again, if you're new to my channel, I always try to give you ideas, you know, of what I'm using, but please know you can use whatever you have on hand. Please don't feel like you have to go out and buy, you know, new ink or, you know, new whatever. Ah. All right, glue. There we go. Look at that. How cute. How cute. I'm happy with it. And I might like a little piece of ribbon on here. Let's just, I haven't put an eyelet like I did on this one, but let's just staple a little piece of ribbon right to the top of that tag. Okay. And you know, if you don't have patterned papers, I mean, a lot of these things that I'm showing you are made just with white paper and washi tape. So of course there's the sunflowers that I played with here, but you could have just done a white tag, you know, with a little piece of washi and kept on going, and it would be pretty. All right. So you can use basic supplies and still make beautiful things and have lots of fun, hopefully. Okay. Ooh. All right, there we go. So now we've made that one. I'm going to clear this space a little bit because now I want to show you how I made this heart. So I was playing with the idea of, you know, our hearts throughout life, things happen. And I thought about doing like a zigzaggy, like a broken heart, but I wouldn't even say my heart. I mean, my heart's not broken, but my heart definitely has been through a lot in my lifetime. Let's say, put it that way, right? Which most of us, I mean, that's one of the joys probably of living a longer life, right? Is we have a lot of things happen. So anyway, I was playing with that. So I'm going to show you how I layered the washi on the paper. It's pretty straightforward. Cut out a heart, and then how I put it back together when I made that little cut there. Okay. So again, I'm just going to use some white cardstock, and this is my everyday 90-pound Nina cardstock. Okay, I am using the Silver Flower Dreams. So you don't need, I mean, you can make it a super heavy cardstock, I guess, if you want to, but I'm just trying to let you guys know I didn't. And I know I'm going to make a heart. And so I am going to go ahead and just start use a corner, but you don't have to. And I want to try this one. I used this on a little something that I was playing with and decided to save for a different video. And let me see if I can get this up. All right. Isn't it beautiful? Look at that. Woo. All right. I think I'm going to, because I really like this one, I'm going to bring it up like that. And again, in an effort not to, I'm just going to trim it off a little bit close to the paper. And again, hearts don't have to be, you know, just pinks and stuff, but I did like that pop of pink in there. Isn't it pretty? I'm just throwing things all over the place today. Okay, so we're just going to do some strips of washi. I do like to go ahead and burnish it down. It's not holding anything together or anything like that, but I don't want it to go anywhere. And I usually play with the different thicknesses too, the widths of the washi tape. And of course, every one that I'm looking at that I want to lay down right now is one of the wider ones. Okay, I'm going to do this really skinny one. It's pretty. They're all pretty. It's sometimes just hard to choose because they're so pretty. And you don't have to, I mean, if you want to use all wide ones, all skinny ones, you know, you do you, whatever. And again, whatever you have. pretty. And again, the size of the heart, that's up to you too, because I did want to do this little feature on there. I didn't want mine to be super duper tiny. Okay. Hope you guys can still see what I'm doing. If you have a moment and you're enjoying my video content, please hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. Leave me a comment. You guys are awesome. And hopefully it helps YouTube know that you like what I'm doing, and they'll recommend my videos to more people, which I would appreciate. And if you want to share my videos, and if you guys knew you could do that, you could share the video with a friend. You know, somebody who might enjoy paper crafting and some of the ideas that I share, please share my videos. Those are, again, all those things that the computer tells the computer that people like what I'm doing. Okay, blue. I want another blue. So let's go with one. I think this one will be wide enough to get that tip covered on the paper. Again, sometimes when I'm using washi tape, I just like have them all out rolling all over my desk, and I've been trying really hard to keep the sets together and in their little boxes so I don't get confused about what I'm doing, especially when I have new ones, because they, like I said, they go so well together. All right, I'm just gonna wrap that side and we'll trim this side off. All right, we're almost done. Let's see. I want, what do I want? I'm gonna do these flowers here. I don't think it really matters what I choose. They're all so pretty. There we go. It does help if you try to line them up straight. I think I showed you in the unboxing video, if you want to leave a gap in between, that would look nice too. You know, I think the big thing is just kind of deciding what you're doing and then going with it. That's the big thing in life, right? Okay. All right, I definitely know I want my heart to be a little bit bigger. I'm going to put another wide piece because this one was calling my name. This almost to me looks like a William Morris print, like a William Morris pattern. Oh, yeah. That's pretty. All right, I think I did pretty good. All right. And sometimes getting my scissors in here, I think it's just the way I'm holding it, is not the easiest. Okay, but now what I did, and some of you might be like going, you didn't have to go all the way, you know your heart's not going to go. I used the extra to punch out these 3 little hearts to put on my big heart, so I kind of didn't mind bringing it all the way to the edge on both sides. All right, let's do, I wonder, let's see. It's almost big enough to make it this size. I'm just going to eyeball it though, and we're going to make it the size of this paper. So I am going to, I'm just going to cut it and hope for the best. And if I have to straighten it up, I will. If you're not comfortable doing that, oh, that's a pretty one. It's a completely different shape. Look, fun. You can draw a heart out and then trace it, right? So, or draw it right on top of the washi tape with like a permanent marker and then just, you know, trim it out. So however you feel comfortable getting your heart shape. I think it's really pretty. Now, what I did is then I used my little heart punch that I had here. And I might go down. Well, that one will be really tiny. And then I just punched some hearts out of the pieces that were left over. So there's one. I don't know if I'm going to have enough to get 3. I think I was not quite as generous this time with the washi tape as I was last time. I think a pink heart on here will pop because I only used the pink in one place. So we'll just fix that by finding the end and laying a piece down on our paper and cutting it out, punching it out. And then I'll have that contrast too. Super cute. Okay. Yep. Okay. But before I put those on, let me set this aside. Before I put these on, I want to do that kind of broken heart or the mended heart feature. So I'm going to just set these little hearts aside, and you don't have to do the little hearts. You can do a different embellishment, again, words, things like that. I'm just going to pick where I'm going to cut my heart. Cut it off. Ouch. Okay, now I have two pieces that I want to mend back together. And that's what I was saying, use a permanent marker if you want to trace onto the washi tape. I am going to decide where I want to put my little eyelets, and I want them to pretty much line up. And it really is just deciding, you know, where you want them. So I'm going to put one here and one here. And then I think I'm going to do here and here. All right. And those are going to get punched out. And then hopefully that way I know my punch, that they'll be somewhat right across from each other, lined up. So I'm just going to punch these out. And again, I think I've told y'all I'm having trouble with my crocodile. So I'm using it as my punch just because it's easy and the punch part's working great. And then I'm using my silent center, my ancient tool from my scrapbooking days, to actually set the eyelets. So that's okay. I'm making it work. Okay. Here we go. So do you guys have like old tools that you still use? And I've also been using some of the actual eyelets that came with this thing. Gosh knows how old they are. We'll do some pink. I did pink and green last time. Why don't we do pink and blue this time? That blue really doesn't work for me. All right, we're not going to do that. Maybe we'll do, about a yellow. How would a yellow look? I can also just pull out my regular eyelets. Oh yeah, we'll do yellow. Pink and yellow. You know, they're kind of the metal tones, but these have been in my little thing forever. So I thought, well, let me check. Okay, eyelet. I'm going to set all 4 of them. And again, I don't even know if they make this tool anymore, but I do think somebody told me that they saw one or saw them for sale on eBay. So if you do want a silent setter, it works. That's where I would look. All right. And then one more. And I just think how cute, right? And I will probably put this in the pocket of a journal or on a journal page, or make it be part of a larger collage at some point. But I just think it's so pretty, and with the washi tape, it's beautiful. Okay, now let me find, I was going to use, if I can find it here, just this same kind of a neutral hemp twine cord. And we don't have to do it exactly like I did it. I played with it a few times to just kind of see what different patterns would look like. I'm starting here at the bottom and coming up through, and I definitely want it to crisscross. So we'll start with a little crisscross action and then come back across here and then back down. Yeah. I don't know if it'll work if I just do that and then tie it. This one, I also went across the bottoms. Let's try this because I kind of like that look with just the two. And then I can always tie a bow across it like I did on the other one. Let's see if it holds it sturdy enough. So there's probably multiple ways you could thread your twine through to mend your heart back together. What a great analogy, right? I'm sure there's lots of ways. But yeah, I kind of like that. Now this one, I went back and then just used another piece of twine and tied a bow right there. I'm kind of liking this. I didn't need that much twine. Let's see if this is long enough to tie a little bow. Just make it a happy little mend here. And of course, if you want to do distress inking, I put a tiny bit on the original one. Go ahead and do that. But that's up to you. How sweet. I hope you will leave me a comment and let me know what you think of this project. This is probably one of the favorite ones today. All right, let's add these little guys and be done. All right, so I'm just gonna do glue and just kind of let these happy little hearts be here together. You can put them any way you want. They sort of blend in. That pink one pops. All right, and they're different shapes, but they're definitely, you can tell something happened there, but then it's put back together, and I like it. Let me know what you think. Let me know. And the super easy paper clips. I love it. And then, of course, a tag with a fun, easy dangle embellishment. And you can add more to these. You could add ribbon. You could add some other little labels or numbers, you know, if you want them to be nice and full. So don't be limited. Just use these ideas and then make them your own. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed it. And thank you, Ivy, for this great collaboration. I appreciate the opportunity to work with you and to use your fun products. So everybody have a great day. Until next time, thanks.